Yo guys, welcome back to the Python series, and today we're going to be learning about sets in Python. So let's dive right in. Alright guys, so what is a set? A set is basically a collection of items where every item is unique. That means no duplicates are allowed. Also, sets are unordered, which means you can't grab items by an index like you do with lists. But the cool thing is, you can add or remove items whenever you want. Sets are super handy when you want to make sure everything in your collection is unique. Alright guys, let's see how we can create a set. So let's start by creating a variable. Let's call it my_set and we'll set it equal to our set. So to create a set, we use these curly brackets, open and closed. But we have to ensure that our set contains elements or else Python will interpret it as a dictionary. So let's add some elements, so 1, and then to separate our other elements, let's say 2, 3, 4. So now we have those elements inside of our set, and let's do print my_set, and let's save our code and then let's run it, and let's see how our set looks. So here is our set. It contains the elements 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that is how you create a set. Now guys, what if we wanted to create an empty set? You might think that we could just use these curly brackets by just removing all these elements, but that's not how it works. Python will just interpret these curly brackets as a dictionary if no item is present. So if we want to create an empty set, instead we use the set function. So we write set and then these open and close parentheses and leave the parameters to this function empty. And if we save our code, then we run it, you will see that now we have an empty set. And that is how you create an empty set. You use the set function. Now guys, a thing to know about sets is that we cannot have duplicates. Sets can only contain unique items. So let's try to create a set with some duplicate items. So let's say 1, 2, let's say 6, 3, 9, 9, and then let's say 2, 3, and then let's save our code, then we run it. And now you will see that Python actually removes the duplicate elements. See, our set only has 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. So sets, guys, cannot have duplicates because Python will remove them. Alright guys, suppose we wanted to convert a list into a set. To do this, we can use the set function. Let me demonstrate this to you guys. So here we have a list with the elements 1, 2, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's start by creating a variable right here. So we'll say my_set and we'll set it equal to our set function. Now in the set function, we will pass our list as an argument. So we'll write my_list and then let's try to print out our set instead of our list. So we can say my_set, and if we save our code, then we run it, you will realize that our list was converted into a set. So all duplicates from our list got removed. So a good use of a set is if you want only unique items from a collection, you can use the set function to convert into a set. So all duplicates get removed. Alright guys, suppose we wanted to add an element to our set. To do this, we can use the add method. So we can come right here and we can just write my_set.add. And now let's try to add an element, let's say 5. And if we save our code, then we run it, you should see that 5 gets added to our set. Now a thing to know about the add method, guys, is that it will only add an item if it doesn't already exist. So if we try to do my underscore set dot add, let's say for example 1, if we save our code then we run it, 1 will not get added because duplicates automatically get removed from a set since only unique items are allowed. Alright guys, suppose we wanted to remove an item from our set this time. To do this we can use the remove method. So we can come right here and we can just write my underscore set dot remove. And now let's say we want to remove 2. We simply put 2 as a parameter inside of our remove method or function. And now if we save our code then we run it, you will realize that 2 got removed. So this was before and this is after. So our set now has 1, 3, and 4. And that is how you remove an item from a set. Now a thing to know about the remove method, guys, is if we try to remove an element that does not exist, then Python will give us an error. So let's try to remove an item that doesn't exist. Let's say 5. So we put 5 right there. Save our code, run it. You'll see we'll get an error. Key error 5, because 5 does not exist within our set. Now guys, just like the remove method, we also have another method that allows us to remove an element. This one is called discard. So let me demonstrate it to you guys. So we can say my underscore set dot discard, and let's say 4, and if we save our code then we run it, you should see that 4 gets removed. So this is before and this is after. So a thing to note about the discard method, guys, is that unlike the remove method, it will quietly remove an element. It will not complain about an element doesn't exist if that item doesn't exist inside of our set. So let's try to remove something using discard. So we can say my set.discard, let's say 5, save our code, run it. It will not complain about it. Instead, it will just quietly ignore that. But unlike the remove method, if we do my set.remove 5, it will complain and give us an error. So that's the difference between the two remove methods. Alright guys, there is another method which allows us to remove an element. This is called the pop method. It allows us to remove an arbitrary element from a set. A thing to note about the pop method is since sets do not have an order, you cannot predict which item will get removed. So don't try to rely on it. Another method I want to show you guys is the clear method, which simply just removes all items from our set. So we can come right here and we can just say my underscore set.clear, and then if we save our code and then we run it, you will see that our set becomes empty. So this was when our set had items, and now after we cleared it, our set is now empty. And that is the clear method. Alright guys, now let me show you some operations that you can perform on sets using operators. Now most of you guys probably learned about sets in math class. Well, these operations I'll be showing you are basically the same thing that you learned in math class. Now guys, here we have two sets, set A and set B. Suppose we wanted to find the union of these two sets. Let me show you how we could do this in Python. So let me just label this with a print statement, union colon, and let's add a comma right here. So if we want to find the union of these two sets, we simply start by typing in the first set, followed by the vertical bar operator, and then the second set B. And if we save our code, then we run it, you will see that we will get the union of set A and set B. So here it is right there. And that is how you find the union of a set. Now guys, suppose we wanted to find the intersection of set A and set B. We can simply come right here and we can write set A right here, and then a ampersand symbol followed by a B. which is our second set. And if we save our code, then we run it, we should get the intersection of the set. So there is our intersection, 3, 4, and that is how you find the intersection using the ampersand operator. If we wanted to find the difference, we simply come right here and we type the first set, so set A minus B. And then if we save our code, then we run it, we should get the difference. So there is the set 1, 2 for the difference. If we wanted to find the symmetric difference between the two sets, we can simply just come right here and we can write the first set, so set A, and then followed by the caret symbol, and then the second set B. And if we save our code, then we run it, you will see that we get the symmetric difference. So those are just some basic operators that we can use to perform set operations, just like in mathematics. Now guys, just like we use these different operators to perform set operations, we can also use methods to perform these same operations as well. So right where we are finding the union, instead of using the operator, we can simply come right here and we can say A dot union using the union method, and then we can put B inside of this method or function. And then for the intersection where we're using this ampersand, we can come right here, we can say A dot intersection, and then we call that function or method, and we can put B inside of here instead. And we can get rid of this ampersand B. For the difference, we can get rid of this, we can just say A dot difference B. And then for the symmetric difference, we can just say A dot symmetric underscore difference, and then B. And now it will perform the same operations like we did here. Let me show you guys. So if we save our code, then we run it, you will see that we get the same output using these different methods. So the same result as up here, see? Union is the same thing, intersection is the same thing, difference is the same thing, symmetric difference is the same thing. So those are just multiple ways to do it. You can either use the operators or the different methods to perform these set operations. So let me show you guys something magical about sets. So let's start by creating a variable. Let's call it unique underscore words, and let's make it contain some words. Let's say Python, let's add a comma right here, is, let's say, fun, powerful, let's say powerful Python, and let's add fun again. And now let's print out our set. So unique underscore words, we save our code, we run it, and you will see the magical thing about sets, guys. Notice it removed all duplicated elements from our set. And that's the magic about sets, guys. They only allow unique elements or items. Alright guys, that is it for Python sets. Next episode we'll cover other useful set methods. If this helped, smash that like and subscribe button, and also leave a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching, stay tuned, I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.